Hello everyone. Today we will discuss about the various methods for assessing bioavailability. As we know, bioavailability is the rate and extent to which the active ingredient or active moiety is absorbed from the drug product and reaches to the system unchanged and become available at the site of action after administration of a dosage form. Actually, in determining the bioavailability and or amount of drug present at the site of action is very difficult. And instead we have to require some alternative methods, or we have to determine some alternative parameters to find out the bioavailability. There are few parameters, some parameters and some pharmacodynamic parameters we can use to determine bioavailability. Just first of all, I will give overview on these parameters, then we will proceed towards the actual methods for determination of bioavailability. Pharmacokinetic parameters, that includes the area under curve. Area under curve give idea about the actual amount or total amount of drug present in the blood plasma. Cmax, that is peak plasma drug concentration or highest plasma drug concentration after administration. Next, that is the time required to reach the peak plasma drug concentration. Some pharmacodynamic parameters also we want to study to determine the bioavailability, like MEC and MSC. MEC, it is a minimum effective concentration. This is the concentration above which the drug produces its pharmacological action, and below minimum effective concentration, that range we called as subtherapeutic range. MSC, that is maximum safe concentration. It is the highest concentration, and above this concentration, if the plasma drug concentration reaches, then it produces the toxic effects of action. It is a time duration in which the plasma drug concentration is remain above minimum inhibitory concentration. Then onset of action, the point at which the drug reaches to the minimum inhibitory concentration, and time for that we called as onset time. Intensity of action, it is a maximum plasma drug concentration, and therapeutic range, it is a range between the minimum inhibitory concentration and maximum safe concentration. Now, by using these pharmacodynamic and pharmacokinetic parameters, it is possible to determine the bioavailability. As we said earlier, there is difficulty to determine the exact amount of drug or concentration of drug at the site of action or at the receptor level. So we can use any suitable method like pharmacokinetic method or any pharmacodynamic method. Pharmacokinetic method, it was plasma level time studies and urinary excretory studies, while pharmacodynamic methods, it includes the acute pharmacological response studies or therapeutic response studies. One by one we will discuss these parameters. So first one, plasma level time studies. Here we are assuming that a drug product which exhibits superimposable plasma level time profile in a group of subjects or volunteers produce identical therapeutic activity, and between the concentration of drug in blood and the concentration of drug at the target site. So what it states, when we are plotting a graph of plasma drug profile, that time if two or more drug products they are showing same plasma drug profile, then we can say the identical therapeutic activity. So this plasma drug time profile we can plot by plotting the plasma drug concentration at different time interval. This study is carried out either single dose or with dose of a drug. For single dose study, the blood samples or plasma samples are collected for 3 successive biological half-lives, and in case of multi-drug study, minimum 5 biological half-lives to be considered while study. Number of points to be considered to collect the blood samples, and they are analyzed by using suitable analytical method. The determined plasma drug concentration is plotted. It has to plot against the time to get the plasma drug time profile, which shows the absorption phase, Cmax, post absorption phase, elimination phase, etc. So from this we want to calculate 3 important pharmacokinetic parameters, that is Cmax, peak plasma drug concentration, Tmax, that is the time required to reach peak plasma drug concentration, and area under curve, which gives the idea about the amount of drug present in the blood plasma. From that, by using a suitable formula, we can calculate the absolute and relative bioavailability. Formula for absolute bioavailability, that is F is equal to area under curve oral into dose IV divided by area under curve IV into dose oral. In case of relative bioavailability, means comparison between 2 extravascular formulation, one is test and another one is a standard. Area under curve with test drug product and dose of standard divided by area under curve of standard drug product and dose of test. In case of multi-dose study, area under curve of test into dose standard and tau test divided by area under curve standard into D test in standard can be used to determine bioavailability. Peak plasma concentration of the test as well as standard can be used to determine the bioavailability. Next method, that is urinary excretion studies. Here it is based upon the principle that urinary excretion of unchanged drug is directly proportional to the plasma drug concentration. So when we plot a graph of a rate of excretion versus time, we will get one curve. This study is carried out for 7 successive biological half-lives. Main advantage of this study, that is removal or taking the blood sample is very difficult, and analytical method for sampling of blood is very sensitive method is required. Compared to that, in urinary studies, it is easy to collect samples and easy to analyze, means less sensitive methods also can be used to analyze the urine sample. One major limitation with urinary studies is collection of sample at a particular time point, and complete discharge of urine is very difficult, and residual amount of drug remains in the urine is get added into the next sample. These are some limitations. Now by plotting the graph, we will get 3 important parameters. One is dxu upon dt max, that is maximum urinary drug excretion rate. Then tu max, that is a time to reach the drug excretion rate, and xu, that is cumulative amount of drug excreted in a urine. By using a suitable formula, that is for single dose study or multi-dose study. That is, for single dose study, F is equal to XU oral into DIV upon XU IV into D oral, or in case of relative bioavailability, XU test into dose standard or XU standard into dose T can be used. In multi-dose study, bioavailability can be determined by using the formula XU steady state, that is the urinary amount of steady state test into D standard into 2 test, and XUSS standard into D test into TO standard. Next method, that is acute pharmacological response. This method is used when there is a difficulty in accurate measurement of plasma or urine drug concentration, or such for a drug product which are not intended to deliver a drug in a systemic circulation. In such cases, the acute pharmacological response or another method, that is therapeutic response method, can be used. In acute pharmacological response, the effect of drug on a particular tissue or particular organ is plotted against dose and time. Is the pharmacological response produced by the organ? Sometimes it is difficult to quantify. Next method, that is therapeutic response. It is a clinical response to a drug formulation after administration of a drug product to a patient suffering from a disease. Although it is a better option to test the drug in the deceased patient, it is patient, but limitation of this method is the pathological condition of the person, and it gives the inappropriate, or we can say we are not getting the actual response of the drug product. So we discussed about the various methods to determine the bioavailability, such as pharmacokinetic methods and pharmacodynamic methods. In pharmacokinetic methods, which are based upon the plasma level drug studies and urinary studies, and pharmacodynamic methods, which includes the acute pharmacological response